everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Whiskey. I'm Dan.
And I'm Mike, and this week we are doing another episode with Penelope Bourbon. They have released two new... Are they new? Well, one's new. They're fairly new.
Alright, so the Penelope Architect, they're calling it Build. It's a build, not a batch,
build.
not a whatever. It's a Build 1 was released back in May.
Okay, yeah.
And then they just released Build 2 in the middle of June.
Yeah, so they're fairly new to the market. Yeah. May, June. So... And we actually have our hands on both Build 1 and Build 2, and yes, they differ quite a bit.
The only way you
according to the label.
Yeah, according to the label, they're very different, but on the shelf, they will appear to be the same exact thing. So, as a buyer, two things you need to look out for. Number one, turn the bottle around. On the bottom right-hand corner of your bottle, it would say Build 1 and Build 2.
Right down here.
Also, on the top of the back label, it will say Architect Series and Architect Series Build 2. So, super simple, just to educate you guys, pay attention because you will get a very different product because these are very differently blended bourbons.
And you can see right here in the center of the back of the label, they have their little
palette notes and
build blueprint.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. It's different. I like the packaging.
And both are different, so you can tell they're supposed to be different.
So, I'm sure most people will know watching this that Penelope is based out of New Jersey. So this is a locals night part ? I don't know how many. It's
Rahway.
Third or fourth locals night we've done. Rahway, New Jersey. And Mike and I personally do know Mike, one of the owners. We haven't met Dan yet. But pretty awesome guys. Mike and Dan, great names.
Yeah.
They can't not be good people.
Exactly.
And they make amazing whiskey.
How do Mike and Dan not trust a Mike and Dan?
Exactly. So take this for work. This is a guarantee. So I've had the first one. I'm a big fan, but I'm very excited to do them side by side. AKA, this is a Penelope vertical.
Yes. And I guess we'll just get right into it now.
Let's go for it. So these are finished both in French oak staves, which is my favorite finish for bourbon.
Yes.
Considering my favorite bourbon, go-to bourbon, everyday bourbon is Maker's Mark 46. So, enough talky. Let's drinky. Cheers. We are using Penelope glasses, just so everybody knows. Thank you to Mike and Dan for sending these out.
Penelope glass. And shirt.
I just like... So these both are also their 4-grain bourbon, and they just kind of expand on the different notes. Like, if you look on the back, they give you the base profile of the 4-grain, and then it shows you where they kind of have blown out the palate in different spots, and the nose and the actual texture. So this smells...
There's the control. Penelope.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. You see...
This smells like a classic bourbon on the nose. It really
does. I don't really get a lot of fruit on the nose, which I guess we shouldn't get a heavy amount according to this, but...
It's
it
even
should
less.
be there.
It's even less on this. So this is a really straight. This smells like the 4-grain to me. It's really it's grainy, corny, a little bit of like light oak.
Yep, sweet.
We will be rating these two. I just get mint, milk chocolate, and like a little bit of wood.
Yeah. To me, like I was telling Dan earlier off camera, if you take the Penelope toasted, which we have back here, remove the toasted part and just those underlying oaky notes and that sweet vanilla spice, like that's what I get out of this, and I really like that. I do really like the toast though, because I love that char.
I think honestly, I want to try this first because this is going to be a fresh crack. I just bought this yesterday, so I still think the toasted's probably the best product I've ever put out.
Yeah, that's still my favorite
in my personal opinion, but this is a close second, and for the price. This is $55 for the bottle.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Both are the same price.
I like these.
This is light. It's fun. It's got good flavor. I think this is great for beginners because there's something that's very tactful about it that
I went a little heavy.
All right, dump glass.
Yeah.
That it's just like you can kind of pick this even if you're not a very experienced as far as like drinking bourbon or whiskey. You can pick this apart relatively easily.
Yeah, everything's very, very transparent on this, even to like an amateur's palate. Like you said, it's vanilla, spice, oak. They say fruit on the nose. I don't get fruit on the nose.
I didn't get the fruit they were talking about, but everybody's a little different.
Yeah,
I'm not very good at picking out fruits unless it's unless it's a malted whiskey.
Yeah,
I don't really ever get fruit. If I do, it's like plums and black cherries. It's just not like
pretty much. Yeah, I'm not really good with anything else. So
all right.
Let's go for the
This is what I've been waiting for.
build 2.
So based on the profiles on the back, this one's going to be very different.
Yeah, it is.
Supposedly. Here, you can pour your.
I'm interested to see. It's according to their blueprint, it is certainly going to be
Like, we were talking
a
about
different
this
experience.
before we were on the camera, so just to break this down for you, so it says up top on the chart, it says fruit on the nose. Supposedly the build 1 is going to be more fruity on the nose.
Yep.
It's going to have more oak character on the nose.
Yep.
It will have more vanilla. It will be slightly less spicy, which I didn't get a lot of spice out of the build 1 to start with. It's going to be much more toasted by about 1 notch.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even notice that.
The fruit on the palate is about the same. It's going to have a bit bigger of a structure, so I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit heavier in body.
Bolder.
And then the oak integration is a little more flatline, so I'm assuming this is all speculation just based on what they're giving us here.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it spent less time in the French oak barrels. Based on this, because everything about this is saying that there's less wood influence on this in general.
Yeah, I'm interested to find out for myself.
Instantly a different nose.
Yes, right off the bat.
I get a more spicy nose, though.
My one nostril is getting
But
stuck.
I do get fruit. I actually do get fruit. I get, like, cherries, like raw cherries.
Yeah, I'm getting a fruitier nose, and I shouldn't be, technically.
Yeah. But it's much different. It's a little more...
Now I'm getting a little... If you move it around, I get a little bubble gummy.
Maybe a little bit. Like something sweeter going on.
Definitely some more vanilla.
I don't know. To me, this nose is a little more dynamic.
This is a lot more complex nose. So right off the bat, the noses are totally different.
I get a little bit of that chocolate that I got on the palate from the first one in this nose.
Okay.
But definitely not oak. There's no oak on the
No, I'm not getting a heavy
oak.
oak
It's got a little
nose.
more of that damp smell to it, though, like that basement-y, musty type deal going on that I get a lot. I get it from a lot of actual New Jersey bourbons that are like...
All right. Okay, let's try it. Ooh.
Now this...
Whoa. Okay, that's burns more.
Yeah, so it's got a little more... I don't even know. I didn't get a kick, but the flavor is instantly different.
Yeah,
It's a little
dry.
It's drier and a little flatter to me.
It's a lot drier.
I don't get that nice vanilla note / like kind of minty note I got out of the first one.
So this one's supposed to be spicier, but I'm actually getting more spice.
I'm getting more spice out of the second one. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, did they fuck these labels up?
I don't think so.
I
I think we're just a little weird.
The vanilla's spot on.
Like I get the oak thing. There's definitely less of a wood.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely less of a wood aspect to this one for sure. It's definitely a bigger bodied bourbon to me. It has bigger
I think that's what they meant by structure. There is a lot more going on in this.
Yeah, this is a little more complex. Oh, we didn't rate the first one. Shit.
That's all right.
We're gonna go back to the first
rating
one.
now.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna bounce around. So, I'll go back to the first one once we're done with this one, and we'll.
After trying them both, I could give a more accurate rating anyway.
So
this one's just dry.
This one's drier, but
It's really dry.
To me, it's a little more dynamic. But I would go back to this. I keep going back to this as being. And it's very weird for a batch one to be better because this is technically your test platform to see like, hey, like what worked, what didn't.
Your experiment,
Yeah.
I like the first one better myself too. I definitely do.
They're both really good. This one actually, the last one was chocolate. There's a lot of chocolate on the last one.
Yeah.
It's a little fudgy.
I'm still getting like
I still love French oak staves.
spicy notes on it though.
I don't
be
know.
getting more spice on that.
I'm gonna hit the first one again.
But maybe because there's less spice, but there's also I don't really know.
Let me hit the first one again real quick.
I really don't know why I'm getting.
The second one, everything that this first one was supposed to be, the second one tastes like to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like these charts are
this nose, but this nose is so much better on this one.
The nose by far.
The nose on this one's a little flatter, and it's not bad, but this one's really has a really dynamic nose.
Yeah.
And the palate is too, but it's more. Everything about this palate's bigger. It's a little more dramatic.
Definitely.
But I don't know if it's dramatic in a better way.
For me, no. I like the first one better.
Okay, so for batch one, I love this bottle, so I'm gonna go with an 8.6 on the build one.
Okay, I was gonna land at about like an 8.
So 8.4.
8.4.
So 8.4 out of 10 on the build one.
Okay.
I gotta give extra points for the nose on this because they did an incredible job with the nose, and the palate is really well structured and it's got a big body to it. I just think
The nose is good, but you don't taste the nose.
That's what I'm saying. No, I know, I know. This is like it's lacking the softness that they had in the first one and the approachability.
I want to go like a 6-8 on the 2.
Yeah, I was thinking 7 flat. So,
all right, so
we'll go with 7.
7.
We'll go with a 7 out of 10 on the build too. I'm glad they taste very different though, because it would suck if they were so close that it's like this is supposed to be different, but I can't tell how.
Yeah, I'm very happy they're different. Yeah. They should be different because that's what their whole mission is. That's the point. So
exactly, like your favorite band, if they just made the same album over and over and over again, wouldn't be your favorite band.
Yeah. Now, if we're gonna rate the overall experience on how they differ, I'm giving them like a 9.6 on that because they're very different. Very different.
Yeah, and as I would say, as a whole, this tasting I would say is like a 9.5 out of 10. Like this is a really cool way to show how important blending is in bourbon.
Yeah, they set out to do what they accomplished, so I give them like you said, a 9.5, 9.6 on that. Like,
and not to go on another MGP rant, but this is what happens when you have someone who knows what the fuck they're doing with their bourbon and blending your bourbon, because you can take vanilla ice cream and make it into chocolate chip mint.
Yeah,
very easily. And this is what they've done. They've gotten chocolate and vanilla ice cream and they've made it into these crazy sundaes.
Yeah.
That, like I said, like both are really good. Mike and I both agree that the build one was better. So if you can find the build one, I think that's the one I would go for. But everyone can make their own decision on that. This is a really, really cool experiment, and I hope that Mike and Dan, if you watch this, I hope you guys please keep doing this.
I want to do 3 next.
I want to see build 69. Like, you know. But
that's gonna be a long ass tasting.
Exactly. But all right, let's kill it there.
Yep.
Build one wins the head-to-head vertical face-off, whatever you want to call it. All right. As we say at the end of every episode, guys, number 1, drink safely. Don't drink and drive. Drive safely. Drink responsibly. All that good stuff. But thank you for watching. If you made it to this point, please like, subscribe, and comment if you have anything to input on this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.
Cheers.